Hey, what's up, guys? It's BRANJOR from BRANJOR Around the World, coming to you right away, right now. Um, I'm gonna give it a few minutes, let other people come in. It is 12 o'clock, so we're doing the standard stock report. This is gonna be an easy one. It's gonna be a good one. It's a really gonna be a good one. Primarily, it's gonna be about the state of the economy and what's going on in the stock world. But I'm gonna wait a few minutes, let people come in. So, just gonna drink my little tea. I'll wait for a few people to come in. So I'm still here, just looking around. Hey, before we start, guys, I got to give you this legal disclosure. I'm not a financial advisor. The information contained in this video is for entertainment purposes only. Before investing, please consult a licensed professional. Any stock purchase I show on this video should be considered investment recommendation. I should not be held liable for any losses you may incur or for investing or trading in stocks. Market attempt to mirror what I do. Please see a professional if you want to deal with if you want to put money in the stock market. Just want to make sure I put that out there before we start. Casey Cola, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Just waiting for a few minutes. What time is it? 12:02. I'm gonna wait until 12:07, and then we're gonna start. But I really want to touch with the stimulus, what the stimulus has done to the economy as far as stock market is concerned, and I also want to deal with the temperature that's right now in the stock market, which people are going crazy, but I think is the best time to buy right now. It's wholesale buy. It's when you should be looking to buy and buy. We got 2 minutes. What's up, Big D? ¿Qué lo que? Charles Explorers. Morning. What's up, fellas? Hey, Charles, I think you sent me something in my email about the properties, or was that because I know I have two things on you. I think you sent me something about the Cartagena property and keep on doing what I'm doing, that you enjoyed the last video I did. Samani K, what's up, man? I'm glad you guys are here. Thank you for showing up. This is going to be an interesting topic today. It's going to be a nice, easy one, something easy to digest. Of course, about money, but it's about the temperature in the stock market and what's going on right now. It's 12:04. I'm going to give it 3 minutes, and then we're going to start the show real quick. But I was just talking to Charles Explorer. Who's that? Stock Talk Thursday. I just came up. All right, cool. That's what's up. So yeah, so lately the stock market has been going crazy. I'm just going to touch a little bases on it. Big D, let's talk money. Joe, what's up? Que lo que es, amigo? What's up, Joe? So like I told everybody, I'm waiting another couple of minutes. Let everybody come in. What's up, Dave? Yo, Dave, that's what's up. SBE stock. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. Another stock that did really well, man, and I'm kicking myself. I swear to God, I'm kicking myself. I'm gonna talk about it in a minute. I'm gonna give it another 3 minutes, but I'm gonna talk about this stock that's gonna make a lot of money for all of us. Show me how to get that money. I hear market going to crash. I know it's not gonna crash, man. People talking crazy, man. That's crazy talk. We talk about money, man. You know, somebody said that to me the other day, man. You have your everybody wants to be a broker. You have your stock broker, real estate broker, and then you're the hood broker. If you have money, they want you broker than they are. They want you just broker. They want you broker than they are. There's the hood brokers. All they want you to do is talk garbage. But no, the stock market is man phenomenal right now. Phenomenal. Like I said, I just put in 30,000 in the stock market today, yesterday. You're gonna think I'm crazy what I did, man, because I went off, but I'll explain my mentality behind it, my craziness behind it. I think I gave up a good position on this play that I'm gonna tell you right now. That's gonna make all of us money. I gave it up for this other one, which is some quick cash. I just want to raise some cash by this apartment in Cartagena, maybe in Medellin. So I was trying to raise some cash real quick. But at the end of the day, I will be having my cash to go up there. I got a minute. We're gonna start this. But I appreciate you guys being here for Stock Talk, man. It's just an easy way for us to talk about money. Like I said, I'm not a stockbroker. I just been doing this for like 6 months. I'm new to this. I'm just telling you what's working for me. Researching companies, looking at people company, making sure that I look at other people's market caps and how they fluctuate, and looking at the market, looking at the candles, and I'm seeing that there's a trend right now. And once you break it down, it's going to make much sense to us. We'll give it another minute, and we're going to start. But okay, I'm Jojo. What's up, man? What's going on in your channel? If you don't know who Jojo is, man, Jojo has a great channel out there. He just talks about the day's events and what's going on. David's going to my. I've been doing Charles. I'm sorry, Charles. I've been going to my one of the people that sub to me, and we've been talking back and forth about Cartagena. So 1207. So here we start. So this is what I want to talk to you about this time. We're going to talk about the market itself, and then we're going to see how we can make money off the market. George is just chilling, cooking this Christmas. All right, that's what's up. So what's going on in the market? The best way I could explain it to you what's going on in the market is to think about this as the military or any government entity, right? In the government, we have quarters. We have 4 quarters. We have first quarter, which is we're in the first quarter now. Second quarter starts in January, and then you have one in March. Every 3 months is a quarter. So first quarter started now. So what happened? You have Moderna, and you have BioNTech. BioNTech, Moderna made a lot of money in the early quarter of the first quarter. They made a lot of money. They kept on making money. Moderna went to $176. So right around 2 weeks ago, they went to $176, and then they froze, and then started dropping. Then everybody think it's crashing. No, what happened was this. The first quarter really ended. All the money they could make for that quarter ended prematurely. And why is it ending prematurely? One, because you have Christmas, you have New Year, and you had a stimulus, and you have a quarter coming up, and you have taxes. So when you put all of that, I'm gonna break it down to you. First, greed is a beautiful thing, but it also hinders a lot of people. And what happens is that everybody wants their Christmas bonuses. All the major institutions, all the CEO, the vice president, all the way down to the clerk at the post office, everybody wants to make their Christmas bonuses. And Christmas bonus, you have to generate a spreadsheet saying that you've made money for that year. So how do you tell people you made money for that year? All the money you had in the stock, you start taking it out of the stock and put it back into your business, so it shows in the ledger that you are in the black, that you've made this amount of money. Let's say you took $20 million out of your job because you're the CFO. You took $20 million out of your specific company, and you put it in the stock market. And that 20 million made you 80 million. What you going to do? You can't short to anybody, so you're going to take it back out of that and put it back in your ledger. That means that you make 60 million for them. So when it comes to you and your performance bonuses, you're going to say, hey, look, in this quarter, I made you $60 million. Hence, I should have my bonus quarters that I already hit. So all the major companies are doing that right now. If you look at IBM, if you look at NEO, if you look at Moderna, VJC, Workhorse, Space Jam, Jamia, Novavax, everybody started taking the money out because Christmas is coming. Everybody wanted the Christmas bonus. If you remember, it started a week and a half ago where Christmas is coming. Everybody started pulling back because everybody wants their money for Christmas and New Year. On top of that, you have New Year that's coming up. On top of that, you have some fluctuation in the stimulus that was coming around. We didn't know if the stimulus coming in. It just came to the president's desk, and he vetoed it because he said instead of 600, he wanted 2,000, which is some BS, but to each his own. And I say it's BS because he had a representative of his in the talks the whole time. So he could have easily have told him that he wanted 2,000, and he could have got worked out. But he waited until everybody left for Christmas break, and then he's going to jump and say, oh, I want 2,000. Well, everybody said Christmas break. So what's going to happen? People are not going to rush back in a day's notice to put in a vote. Crazy. So that threw in a little fluctuation in the stock market. Next thing is we have the new law that came in last year. What's the law? The law is that a lot of loopholes for businesses and whatnot were taken away by Trump. So the only way people could make their money now is by taking the money out a month in advance out of the stock market. And what I'm talking about is I'm talking about the tax purposes. There was a lot of loopholes for taxes a year ago. They took away when Trump did the stimulus last time. He took a lot of loopholes away. So therefore, the only loophole that's left is that if you have money and you've been losing money in the stock market, you have to take your money all out a month prior to, and then claim it again. And that's the only gap there is, or the only little way people are making money right now. So a lot of people are taking the money out of the stock market. Doesn't mean that the stock market is crashing. It just that means that the quarter's ending. So, and that's why I said the analogy of the government and the military. In military, we work in quarters. If anybody's been in the military, I was in the Navy, right? So right in like October, right before October, the military has to spend all of his money. It doesn't roll over to the next year, and if you don't use it, it gets done. Same thing here. All the money was used all the way up to a week and a half before Christmas, and the quarter really froze right now. So the quarters really froze, right? People might think, oh yeah, but we still in December. Yeah, but all the major business, out the 401bs, the 43, the 43, the 41, they already took the money because they're trying to straighten out their books, and taxes coming. So basically, they stopped it like a week and a half ago. So if you notice, everything started dropping a week and a half ago. Now, this, if you listen to the reports, is going to say that there's $21 billion that they have for next year, 2021. Why? Because the quarter starts in January. So everybody, so think about it. If I already got my bonus, my Christmas bonus, why am I going to put money back in the system? I'm going to wait till the next quarter. So next quarter is going to show that I'm increasing the wealth. I'm increasing the value or my worth to the company, because there's no money in the stock market right now because I just took it out. So I'm going to hold on to it until all my books are done, my taxes are done, everything is done. Then I'm going to put it back in the second quarter, which starts in January. So everybody's going to flood the market in January and start it all new. So January everything's going to blow up. What does that mean for you? That means that's wholesale market, man. Everything dropped. Right now, Moderna is like 123, which I'm gonna walk you through Webull. And Webull, if you go to Webull analysis and you go into the analysis and look at what the analysis are saying, they're saying that Moderna in quarter 2 is going up to $180. They put it into overweight. Now, it makes no sense to you because you're going, how could it be overweight? How come it hit $180 when it's $120 now? Because there's no money in it now. Everything is dried up until second quarter. Second quarter starts in January. But a lot of things starts in January. We have a new administration with Biden, and he's bringing a whole new thing. He's bringing a lot of changes to it too. So therefore, and people are optimistic. The S&P just said that they're going to gain 10 to 12% next year. So everybody optimistic of Biden and the way he's doing because of common sense approach. So that's what's happening in the market. It's not that the market is crashing, it's that it happens every year, cyclical. And if you don't know how to deal with this, you're going to be like, oh man, everything is dropping. Everything is dropped. But it's not. It's just everybody's getting their money for Christmas, New Year's, and taxes. And the stimulus just happened to be in that time. And second quarter the first quarter is ended. So we're waiting on the second quarter. That's why if you hear Japan just bought 100 million at vaccination, you go, but how come how come it's still dropping? Because this is frozen. That vaccination going to hit in quarter 2. Oh, Israel just bought 50 million vaccination. Yeah, that's going to hit in quarter 2. Everything is hitting in quarter 2 because people want to show that they're making money. That's how the world works in big business. Big business always want to show that they're profitable, and whoever the CFO, Chief Financial Officer, is going to say, hey, look, I made you money for January. With that being said, I'm going to get into the actual stock. Now, the stocks, there's some great stock out there, and if you notice, all the stocks are dropping. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do a live analysis as I'm speaking to you and then break everyone down, because I want you to understand that the stocks, man, you can make that money right now because all the stocks are dropping like crazy. It doesn't mean that it's a bad stock. It's just that means that all the major, if you look at the candles, if you look at a candle, if you look the red in the candle is going to go drop from here to here. We don't move the candles. The only thing that moves the candle like that would be insurance companies, 403bs, big companies that have millions and billions of dollars. They move the candle like that. Individual investors don't move candles like that. So when you read a candle and you see red and you see a big red, you're like, oh, that's a bank. That's a bank moving. So if they taking out, you take out. When they come in, you come in. So if you noticed last week, everything is like big. The candles are from here to here is red. That means you should get the hell out. Next month, you're gonna see that they're gonna like, whoa, everything's going hot. Come on, man. We already told you. We know what's going on. Everybody's gonna be selling buying next month because it's a new month. But if you look, I'm gonna give you some live prices right now. You have BioNTech at $97.70. Usually it's 116 to 130. You have Moderna 124. Moderna was 176 a week and a half ago. They were 176, but they dropped all the way to yesterday. They were 120 because I got some money in Moderna. So I keep my notes on Moderna. You have Novavax. Novavax like 135 went to 128. UVA, which I just looked at that. Beam 55. You have Enzigo, and Enzigo's a different company though. And I keep telling you guys about Enzigo. Enzigo's going to change that world for you, man. And I told you guys to get in Enzigo when it's $11 last week. Last Thursday it was at $11. Right now it's at 16. It's at 16.56, and it went all the way to 17. You know, in a couple of days it went up $8. Enzigo. Now, if you don't know what Enzigo is a 5G, the only 5G in the United States, which is crazy, right? Because how the hell could there only be one 5G in the United States? Well, they're wholesale. They're behind the scene. And what I mean by that is Verizon's go to Enzigo to get the 5G outlets. AT&T, T-Mobile, they go to Enzigo to get their 5G outlets. So they're like a mall for everybody else who needs to get Enzigo. So everybody goes to Enzigo to hook up their 5G. So with that being said, Enzigo was 135 million last week. Now they're 1.6 billion this week. They went up almost 600 million in a week. That's crazy. But this Enzigo is about to go to $80 to $90, and you're catching it at 16. I caught it at 11, and I bought 2,000 of it. But I got crazy and I moved that play. But I bought 2,000 units of that last week, and I sold it real quick. But I need to get back on it. But I'm waiting on a different play real quick. But Enzigo is that company. It's a couple of companies gonna make some good money. But Enzigo, like I said, it's a 5G. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna read up what's Enzigo so you can see what it is. And it's right now it's a 60.50. It's open at 60.95. Today high was 17.06. Volume was 2 million. Market cap 1.6 million. Last week was 135 million. Today is 1.6. You see how quick that money's moving on Enzigo? Because that 5G is coming in. Man, mark my words, everybody's gonna be eating off this. And it has no ratio on it, right? High is 17.96. Now let's find out what Enzigo do. About Enzigo. Enzigo Corporation engages in designs and development of fixed and mobile wireless solutions. It offers enterprise Internet of Things, 4G long-term evolution, and 5G services. The company was founded in April 26, 1996, and is headquartered in San Diego, California. Listed name is INSG in San Diego Corp. Common stock. That's what Enzigo is. It's basically a supermarket for everybody who wants to deal with broadband with 5G. Good company. Next one, we have Workhorse. Let me go back to Workhorse. Now, if you don't know Workhorse is at $20. Went to 19 last week. Went up. It's at 20. Well, let me see what the actual number Workhorse is. So I got Workhorse here. Workhorse at 23.02, which is up. Last week was at $20. What is Workhorse? Everybody's going to electric vehicles, and that's my next. This is going to push me to my next one that I'm going to do right now. But the United States government has decided that they're going to take all of their vehicle, like all the mail van that you see, all of them are going to be electrical. So right now they said they converted from gas to electricity because they think that the gas is going to run out in 20, 30 years because it's just they won't be able to sustain that. So therefore, everybody's trying to go to electricity. Most of the buses are electric, but now they're doing it for the mail. So the United States government contracted this company called Workhorse. They were supposed to have that done a month and a half ago. But because of stimulus and other things, they postponed it. So they're postponing it. But Workhorse, when they get that bid, and they get that bid from the government, this is going to be worth $40 to $50, maybe even $60. Right now it's at 22, so you'd expect to make at least $40 off that. We're waiting for the bid to come in any minute now, but everybody's waiting on the bid. It's supposed to be this month, this month, this month. Everybody's waiting on that bid. So right now, Workhorse at 20. What was it? 20 something dollars, 23. I got it at 17, but I sold that position. But yeah, Workhorse at 23 or 2, so they fluctuate. We ain't really worried about the fluctuation. You just want to see when they get that bid, because once the government says, okay, cool, we're going to buy we're gonna go with your services for get all of electric cars. Workhorse is gonna blow up. So that's a quick. You have space. Nah, Jamia. Jamia's a good play too. Jamia's an awesome company. We're gonna talk about Jamia because Jamia, man, I'm so pissed at myself with Jamia. I'm gonna talk about Jamia because, man, yeah, if you really want to get me heated, talk to me about Jamia. Oh, how much I blew this one. I blew this one big time. And I'm gonna talk about Jamia real talk. This is real. This is me blowing it. 3 weeks ago, I kept on hearing about this Jamia. I'm like, yo, what is Jamia? So I heard it, and let me read exactly what Jamia is to you. Here's my Jamia. So yeah, 3 weeks ago, I kept on hearing about Jamia. I'm like, what the hell's Jamia? What the hell's a Jamia? This makes no damn sense. What the hell's a Jamia? So I'm gonna read to you what Jamia is, and I'm gonna tell you what Jamia is, and I'm gonna see how we're gonna make this money. Jamia Technology AG engages in the provision of logistics services. It operates through the e-commerce commerce platform segment. E-commerce platform segment consists of market which connects sellers with consumers to its logistics services, which enable shipments and delivery of packages from sellers to consumers, and payment services, which facilitates transactions among participants active in platform and selected markets. So what is that saying? Was saying shit to me too, because I couldn't understand. I'm like, what the fuck's a Jamia? Excuse me, what the hell's a Jamia? So they said Jamia is the Amazon of Africa and Europe. Did not know this. So they said, yes, Jamia is about to blow up. At that point, Jamia was $17. This is 3 weeks ago. Jamia was 17. Listen to what I'm saying. Jamia was $17. So I still don't know enough about Jamia. So I got a lot of Africans that work in the hospital. So I walked up to a whole bunch of Africans. Hey, you know what Jamia is? They're like, yeah, we use it all the time in Africa. I said, get out. They said, yeah, it's big in Africa. It's Amazon in Africa. I said, oh shit, there might be something to this. Walked up to 3, 4, 5 other people. Yo, what's Jamia? Oh yeah, we use it all the time in Africa. It's big in Africa. I was like, I don't know this. Like, yeah, it's the Amazon of Africa, because Africans really don't want to mess with Amazon, but they mess with Jamia. At that time, it was $17. This is 3 weeks ago. Jamia right now is $43.38. It blew up. It went twice over 43. It went up. Now, when I met Jamia, it was a $1.5 billion company. That was 3 weeks ago. Jamia opened today at $47.12. Today's high was $47.50. Volume was 9 million, but average is 17 million. Market cap is 3.352 billion. In 3 weeks, it made $2 billion. Jamia, mark my word, Jamia is gonna blow up because it's the Amazon of Africa. So everybody who's sending, and that's what they do. They send and secure packages, and they have the same exactly platform that Amazon does, but they're doing everything in Africa. The same way China does everything in China. We want to keep like that. The Africans have decided they're going to use Jamia as their Amazon, so that's what they're using, and it's blowing up hard. I bought it at $17 2.5, 3 weeks ago, and I'm like, man, this ain't gonna work. I sold my position because I believed in it, but I didn't know enough about it. When I looked at it, I was like, damn, it doubled. Now it's 47. I bought it at 17 2.5 weeks ago, went to 47. It's about to blow to over 100, and this is going to be the Amazon. So if you want something really nice, remember, I am not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you what I see and what I saw. And when I saw Jamia blow up from 17 to 47, I was like, damn. So that's a good play that I had last week. Novavax, well, now we get into the biomedical text. What's the code for Jamia? Oh, yeah, you know what? Jamia, the code for Jamia is JMIA. So Mia, JMIA. David just asked me what's the code for Jamia. JMIA is the Amazon of Africa. Ask any Africans about Jamia, I think they call it. They'll be able to tell you in detail. But look it up and research, and you'll see this bad boy is blowing up. It blew up in 2.5 weeks to 47 when I got it at 17. So 17, 27, 37, 47, $30 in 3 weeks. So if I'd have kept my money, that would have made some serious money. The same way in Zigo, I bought it at $11. Now it's at $16.95, and I had 2,000 shares of that. I put 15,000 on it, and I took my money out for different play. But that's all right. I'm trying to make my play through something else. But But once I do, I'm gonna run back to Zigo if it doesn't go to $30, because I see this at $30 in 2 weeks. This bad boy is flying too, because it's the only 5G in the United States, so you have to go to them. You have to. Can't even run around them. So that's now we get to the biomed. I'm just going to reiterate what I said about Biomed. Biomed Fee, and that's the one I'm putting my money in because I'm looking at long term and short term. And if you saw the conversation me and third moon that had the other day, we got into a discussion on this. We started arguing or discussing this hardcore. But what I'm trying to tell you with um, the mRNA platform has COVID. It has 95%. It's let me drink my little tea. So mRNA is a platform, and when you put it into your body, mRNA tells the body how to heal itself or how to fight diseases of any kind. So that being said, once COVID is done, um, Bill Gates has decided that he wants to take another arm of mRNA and turn it into AIDS, out of how to cure AIDS. Because if it helps your body heal itself, can it do it for AIDS? Johnson and Johnson said we want to take mRNA and fix cancer. Because if it can heal itself, can it fix cancer? So people are starting to take mRNA, the platform, and saying we could fix all these other illnesses that we never heard of before. If it could do it for COVID, which we know that it goes into your infection, goes into your lung, and the body helps itself. Can it help itself with other things? So mRNA is a platform that's going to be here for years. Now, if you know about BioNTech, if you know about CureVac, Novavax, BioNTech too, you know that these were all part of the 9 companies that were in the Operation Warp Speed. Now, out of the 9 companies, 2 companies chose not to take money from the government. That's Pfizer and BioNTech, because they want to be in the open market. Due to that, the government is not rocking them or not hitting them really hard because they're not doing the logistic for them. They're doing it for themselves. So what that means to you, that means that if you have Moderna, and Moderna's at 94%, 94%, that the government is actually helping them and facilitating them moving their product around in anywhere they want to, because the government has a stake in it. So therefore, Moderna is going to hit a little bit harder. But the cap right now, Moderna just went they had a 65.5 market cap, which is kind of hard at $176, $176 for the stock. Now they dropped down to, I'll tell you right now how much they dropped down to. Let me look at Moderna real quick. This is real time, so we're talking numbers real time. So Moderna right now, from a week and a half ago, Moderna dropped from 65.9 billion to 49.2 billion. So they opened today 125. Today's high was 129.70. What do I mean by that? I mean that because everybody there's a pullback. Everybody took the money out because of Christmas, New Year's, taxes, and the economy. They pulled back. Moderna went down. Doesn't mean that they're not going to make the money back. It's just that they had a pullback. Well, that pullback brought them all the way to 120. Now, the analysis are saying that they're going to go up to 180 by January. So what do? I said, well, if everybody's saying there's 180 and they selling it for 120, well, that's $60 come up. I don't know about anybody else, but I like when my money's made. So if I could get up on $60, even if I make the $50, if I bought it at 126 right now. I bought it at 126, went down to 120. But my thing is, if it by January is going to come up to 170, 180, that means I'm making 15 to 20,000. So the way I see it is, why not put it in Moderna? Now, mind you, Moderna's market cap is higher than the other one because Novavax is coming behind them. Novavax is in stage 3. So Novavax probably will come in January. But by the time Novavax comes in and their market cap is 7 billion, I'll switch up the Novavax. BioNTech market cap is at 26 billion. BioNTech right now is at $99. They were 108. They were 136. They dropped all the way to $99. I can give you live numbers, but they dropped all the way to $99 this week. So all of these companies are gonna make a ton of money, $30, $40 within the next week, within the next 2 weeks. So I put my money when I thought was a sure bet. Let me see what BioNTech is at 97, 95. So, and I'm gonna give you the 52-week high was 131. So they're 98.50. So in 2 weeks, they should be at 135 to 140. So they're gonna make $40 off those, right? Because everybody pulled back for, like I said again, because first quarter everybody took the money out, so everybody pulled back. So in January, everything's gonna blow up. So you're gonna hear in January that the economy's doing record numbers. What we're soaring, and it has to be Biden and everything else. No, people just took the money out. So and that's what that was my play. I did the play for Moderna, even though I thought it was high at 120, at 126. But all the experts are saying it goes to 180, maybe 200 by probably February to March. It'll be at 200, and if I buy 126, that's $75 per share. So that's what I'm thinking, and then I could double up and go back to my workhorse and other stuff or the new ones that are coming up. But that's my way of thinking. Now, am I losing money? Yes, but think about it. Let's say I have 200 shares and I bought 200 shares at 125 and it goes down to 120. On paper, I lost 3,000. Who cares? Because when it goes back to 130, 140, 150, 160 next month, I'll be 20,000 ahead. So as long as you don't take your money out of the stock market, it's just on paper. Really, you haven't lost anything because you haven't taken it out. What do I think about Pfizer? I don't like Pfizer. Pfizer's a bust to me. Why do I say Pfizer? Because Pfizer is a first of all, Pfizer is let me break down Pfizer and BioNTech. Out of the warp speed were 9 companies of the United States decided they're going to give money and help and facilitate their needs to get the product to consumers quicker. Pfizer's one of them. Pfizer said, you know what, we're not going to take no money from the government because we want to control our destiny. So you go on and give the other 7 people their money. We ain't going to take it. Now, what happened? BioNTech actually made the platform. The platform mRNA is BioNTech. BioNTech is a German company that owns the software for mRNA, right? They don't have enough clout because they were a little company back then. They still are. They were a little company. They didn't even have $1 billion in February. So they're like, look, we're a small company. We need to attach ourselves to a bigger company, which is Pfizer. Pfizer's worth $235 billion, right? So they attach themselves to Pfizer, but all the money's made on the BioNTech side because BioNTech is the one that actually owns the property. Pfizer is the one who pushes it out because Pfizer is the name brand. Just like if I want to buy some sneakers, if I want to make some sneakers and I don't have no name behind me, I go to Nike and I say, Nike, can you sell my sneaker? I'll design them. And if they decide to, they said, all right, cool. So I make it, Nike produces it, right? Cool. But on this side, Pfizer decided from an early go, like, we don't need your money. You ain't nobody. If this comes in, we'll probably make money off other like the liver and the kidney disease and all those other vitamins or the other stuff they have in the platform in their portfolio. So they decided they're going to go not for profit. So when you're talking about Pfizer, Pfizer's a non-for-profit stock when it comes to Moderna. And I'm going to look it up and you'll find out what I'm talking about. Non-for-profit. They don't want money from the government, from anybody. They want to give it at the lowest price. This in this economy, it's like, dude, get out of here. So if we go to Pfizer's right here. Pfizer at $37. You notice everybody's in the hundreds. Pfizer's at $37. So Pfizer opened today at $34.41. Today's high was $37.57. Market cap is $207 billion. So they're a big whale. So they don't need this money. That's what I'm trying. They're big whale. They got so many things in the portfolio. They don't really need Moderna, the Pfizer vaccine to do anything for them. Even if they don't have the vaccine, they'll still be worth $207 billion. So they decided to they do it non-for-profit. So they're not taking a dime from me. I'm like, what the? So, but BioNTech on the other hand, they're like, no, we're for profit. We want to make as much as possible. So BioNTech is at 97 with I think with a 26. Listen to BioNTech, they have 26 billion cap. Pfizer has 207 billion cap. So by the time BioNTech reaches Pfizer's, that would be worth around $400-$500. So BioNTech was my first play, and I played BioNTech a lot. I love BioNTech because BioNTech is gonna make a serious amount of money. Right now, they have China, they got 100 million from them. You have Israel, they got Africa, they got a bit of China. BioNTech's gonna make some serious money next month. But what I had to think about was this: most people, the volume of BioNTech is around 7 to 8 million. The volume of Moderna is 30 to 40 million people doing it per day volume. So when I looked at the volume, I looked at the cap, I looked up quick, and these are volatile. So we're talking about volatile stocks. Neo is my boy. I had Neo $27 because I was big on Neo. I got Neo right here. I had Neo 27, then they went up to 44. Neo, I want to get back to if they don't shoot up. I am doing something. Well, okay, let me go to Beam because I really want to talk about Beam before I go to Neo. And Beam is just something that I see, and I want to talk about it because I know that the EVs, electrical vehicles, are going to be a thing of the future. So I just put this one in my portfolio today, Beam, and I got to get to it. These are the ones that I want to get once I do that Moderna thing and that I cash out of that. I go into Beam. So what is Beam? If you notice lately, everybody has these electrical power stations. What? The electrical power stations are everywhere. Even if you go to the supermarket, there's electrical power stations there. You go to the mall, electrical power station. So what is Beam? Beam is the #1 electrical charging station in the United States. So when I'm listening to that, when I'm looking at that, I'm like, what? Let me know what are you talking about, Beam? So I go and I start researching Beam. I want to see the quarters, I want to see the earning reports, I want to see what's going on. So I'm just gonna tell you a little about Beam. Beam Global engages in the invention, design, engineering, and manufacture of sales of solar power product. It offers solar powered products in proprietary technology solutions for electrical vehicle charging infrastructure out of homes, advertising platform, and energy security and disaster preparedness. The company is founded by Robert Lane Noble in June 12, 2006, and it's headquartered in San Diego. So what is Beam? Beam is doing the EV stations, all those stations. So when I'm looking at that, I'm like, okay, cool. So let me see the earning report. The earning report, as right now, they're saying they're gaining 30% of the market every year. That's a lot. So this is my play right now. So I looked at Beam and I'm like, all right, let's look at Beam's numbers. It's the ticker for that is UAVS. No, wait. That's not Beam. Hold up. Beam is BEEM. The sticker states Beam Global. So let me see if I'm in the right. Beam Global. Okay, Beam Global. BEEM. Beam Global. Right now they're going at $53.30. $55.30, right? Now I want you to see the market cap, how crazy this is, right? Open at $53. Today high was $55.78. Volume 290,000. Sorry, today's low was 51.80. 52-week high, 55.78. Fine. Market cap. Now, market cap usually determines how much your product's gonna be worth, right? Your market cap, because you have to divide your market cap, I think, by your shares to come up with how much the company's worth, the PE ratio. So your market cap for this is 384 million. That's it. They don't even have a billion. I don't think you understand what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Beam has 384 million. You notice everything we're talking about is in the billion. Beam haven't even scratched the surface yet. So if they even make $1 billion, this gonna move to $80, $90. They're not even in the billion, they're in the million. And that's all they're doing. So when I said, I got to jump on Beam. So Beam's something I want to hold on to. I want to see. And that deals with NIO. NIO's an EV, electrical vehicle. NIO's a great vehicle. If you know anything about NIO, it comes from China. China decided that they're gonna go after that market that Tesla has at a cheaper rate. So what they do is basically a Hyundai for them. If you don't know what NIO is. NIO is an EV company that's made from China. China says they have 1.6 or 2 billion, almost 2 billion people. And they decided they wanted 45% of Chinese people to have NIO. The government is telling the people that they need to have NIO. When I heard that, like 2.5 months ago, my head went crazy. I'm like, hold up. The government is telling the people that they have 40% of the people have to have a NIO. If that's the case, and there's almost 2 billion people, just by mere fact, I'm gonna make a ton of money off this, right? So then they came with a battery. They wanted a battery-less car. They don't want to have a battery in the car. And if initially, they have a battery that's a small battery that they want to interchange, so you could change it whenever you want to. And think about it this way: it's like your cell phone. Remember when the first cell phones came in and there were big things like this, and they had a big battery behind, and then later they've been smaller. Then you had a big battery. Nowadays, you don't even have to check the battery; you just plug it in and it charges itself. But before, we had to take the battery out and get a new battery. Well, that's what the car's doing. They're getting rid of the battery altogether and making a solar panel, so the sucker would just drive without even needing anything. That's what NIO is going to. So NIO is an innovative way of doing things, and it's a cheaper. Like Tesla's like 78,000 for the cheapest model. NIO talking about 11,000. You don't hear me though. NIO said 11,000 for EV. Changes the whole game. Because when NIO comes out, the only thing they're trying to catch up with is Beam. Beam. What am I saying? I want you to understand what I'm saying. What they're trying to catch up is Beam. Beam and all those companies have to make enough polling stations for them to be electrical cars. So they're trying to wait for Beam and other companies to have polling stations because there's not enough polling station anywhere. So do you understand how Beam is going to come in and just rock that? Because without the polling station, you can't have a car. Imagine you have a car without no gasoline station. So you have to have polling stations everywhere. So who has to do the polling station? Beam is coming in and they're creating. Remember, they only have $356 million, but they're going to be $1 billion company because the EVs are coming and they're not going to stop. Electrical vehicles are coming. You have the Tesla, you have the Neos, and then you're going to have other ones coming in. But Neo is China's car. Now, what do I mean by that? Yes, it is a private company that the Chinese company gave it 35 has 35% of the ownership in it, because the Chinese company always have to have ownership in most of the companies. They have 35% ownership in it. But Neo's coming to everywhere. All the waiting is for them to get the polling station for everywhere. And if you look around, you're gonna see a lot of polling stations. You're gonna see a lot of polling stations everywhere. That's why you're gonna get Beam. That's why I gotta run and make this money, get my Beam. I gotta get all this stuff, because for real, man, if you're not into energy, and if you're not the EVs, and if you're a step behind, you're gonna get left behind, man. Because my thing is, man, we're moving forward, and this electrical thing is not stopping. We're getting rid of gas. Even UA is trying to get rid of the gas and make it into the tourist country. So everybody's trying to get rid of this gas because they know, man, this gas is going to end pretty soon. Maybe not 10, 20, 30, 40 years, but it will end. And when it ends, people have to have an alternative. An alternative is EVs, electrical vehicle that power. Now, the buses uses EV. The workhorse, which is the government. Remember that we did the workhorse? The government is going into electrical vehicles too. They're working right now on the trying to get that done, the EVs. So everybody's basically using EVs and everybody's switching to EVs. So why are we getting caught behind? So I'm looking around, I'm going, well, I need to be on Beam too. So Beam is at $53. I'm trying to get to them, but my money is set up somewhere for in another 2 weeks. Hopefully that'll be great. I'll be able to do my thing. But that's where I'm at right now. And I think, VGAC. VGAC, sir, VGAC is a spec. That's the only spec that I have here, VGAC. Yeah, that's the only spec I got in here. Well, let me tell you, VGAC. VGAC is a holding company. Instead of going to the only way I could explain to somebody, maybe somebody knows better than I do, because I'm new to this, but I'm trying to learn. It's all right. One of my tenants. So VGAC is a let me look at it real quick. Let me tell you what it is. I got VGAC right here. I thought I had it. No, I don't. Well, I couldn't bring it up. That's why. VGAC. There you go. VGAC. All right, let's look what VGAC is. VGAC is $12.10. Wow, which is a great company. So it's VG. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it does right now. VGAC is an acquisition company operated as a blank check company. It is created for the purpose of effecting mergers, share exchange, asset acquisition, share purposes, organization, or similar business combination with one or more business. This company was founded by Richard Charles Nicole Branson. If you don't know who that is, man, that's the Virgin Atlantic. He has the space thing going on too. So February 19, 2020, is headquartered in New York. Now, why do I have VGAC? VGAC is a SPAC. What they do is basically there's a holding company that merge different companies together, and there's a lot of merging going on right now. So they're merging. So this company's waiting for they're trying to buy another company pretty soon. So within a month or two, this should be like 20, 30% should jump up. That's what I'm looking for. So this is something that's going to go from 12 to maybe 30 to $35. So I'm looking at this company going when they're going to merge. Hopefully they could hold until I get my little money right and jump on these later. So that's why I got that. These are my personal one. I don't know about you guys. You guys may have your own, but I'm still doing my homework on some other ones. But primarily, man, I want to jump on here and talk to you guys about the situation that's going on right now. We're not crashing. Money's out there. It's just everybody's taking the money for Christmas. That's it. It's a Christmas thing. Christmas, New Year, also taxes and the new laws that are coming in. But January should be a robust time for us, man. And like they say, man, where people are running away, we running too. When people are running too, we running away. Because we trying to buy low and cash out high. So when people are dropping their dimes, that's when we picking it up. And right now, everybody's like, "Oh, the world is falling, so I'm gonna sell." I'm like, I keep selling. I'm gonna buy. And I bought it at a low price right now. I wish I could have bought at 120 Moderna, but I bought it at 126. So hopefully next month we'll see. Next week I'll come back and I'll give you some numbers. Numbers should be slightly higher, but they're not gonna be that great. But the week after should be great, and then in January we should be flying. We should be blowing up. Those are some of the things that I want to run by. If anybody has any questions, David said, "What's the code for Jamia?" Jamia is JMIA. That's basically it. Mr. International, what's up? Think about Neo. We ran. Thanks for the knowledge. Penny stock. I was about to do. Okay, Mr. International said, "What do you think about penny stock?" I was about to do penny stocks, and I have them here. I was about to do penny stocks, but the thing about penny stock is so volatile that I really didn't want to run you down that road. They said that 80 to 90% of penny stock go to zero. 80 to 90% of penny stock go to zero. And it's a high danger. So I don't want to tell you something that you may put your money in and pretty soon it goes to zero and you just lose out. I mean, there's ALPP, which went from 50 cents last week to $2.50. So it was like I don't know how much percentage that was, but it went from 56 cents to 256. That's ALPP. I have it here, and I was going to do a whole thing on penny stock, but I'm like, nah, I'm not going to ride you that way. If you want penny stock, learn it on your own, because like I said, there's an 80 to 90% that you can lose it all. Now, if you want to play with them odds, that's good. Mine is volatile because I'm playing with bio, but because I know that the bio is Moderna and the mRNA, and that's coming out, that's being rolled out, I'm a little more secure. All I'm looking at is the profit coming in, and the profits have been already coming in from Israel, China, Africa, France, England. So the only thing is they haven't cashed a check yet until January. That's when the second quarter opens. That's why the stock has been going down, because they haven't put a dime in yet, because it makes sense. Why put in a dime when you close this quarter? If you close this quarter, it wouldn't show in your report. And it's all about how much money you could show the stockholders that you're making for them. So in quarter two, that's when you're going to put all your revenue, and shit's going to woo, because now you're going to say, oh, look how much money you made in quarter two. I made you 600%. I need a raise, so I need this, or I hit my quarters and whatnot. And your 4-3s are doing the same thing. So that's why I'm going to the penny stocks. Penny stock, Mr. International, a little volatile, but if you like playing that, that's cool. I chose not to go that way. UAVS, it said 726. I'm not even going to talk about that. But yeah, I did have a penny stock list. I do penny stocks for myself every once in a blue moon. I put $200-300 in there, but I'm not going to put that much, because penny stock is one of those things that you just got to put your money there and forget about it. And if it blows up, it blows up. Now, the good way to do penny stock that I learned, you go to the FDA. Now, the FDA has a website, and if you don't know, I'm gonna school you in this real quick. The FDA has a website of all the FDA pharmaceuticals that are coming out, and they have an IPO. Before they come on the IPO, you have to register through the FDA, and usually when they come with the FDA, they're going to be like $17 up. Some of them are penny stocks. Some of them 36 cents, 40 cents, but they have to register through the FDA. So you catch them when they just come out. I mean, before they come up, they have to have their just like Pfizer and anybody else. You have to have your phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and then the FDA have to approve you. Then you have to put an IPO in, and then you have to be sanctioned by the FDA. So if you go to the FDA website, the FDA will give you a list of all of their FDA approved that just came out, and they usually are penny stocks. They're not penny. Some of them are $1.56, $2. I know when Moderna came in, it was like $17, but they really come out really, really low because they just come out. And they'll come out with no fanfare. And you have to wait, usually you have to wait 2-3 years for them maturing and get everything else. But now with the fast track of warp speed, it just did it in a year. But usually you have to wait 4 to 5 years. So when you did a penny stock, for me, when you do it a little risk-free, you went to the FDA website, you picked up your penny stock from the FDA and just waited for them to mature. And if they came to be something, you could have 300%, or it could have been zero. So that's how I usually did it. That's how it was taught to me. Just go to the FDA website and look at all the things that the FDA has approved. And then when they come with the IPO, an IPO, if you don't know what an IPO is a private company becoming open public. So when you before you go to the FDA, you can't be you usually you can't get an IPO unless you pass the FDA scrutiny and their phases. So that's why I don't do. I tend to stay away from the penny stock, but I do play them. Only usually if I go through the FDA or somebody tells me a good tip. Somebody tells me, hey, this is some good stuff coming through. Not that I'm nobody that works there or anything like that. Just somebody that knows about penny stock and think that's a guy has a hunch and passes it on to me, and then I look it up and I'm like, but with penny stock they move so quick that by the time you put an order, it might crash on you or you may go up. So, like I said, ALPP went last week. I think this week from 156. I should look it up. As a matter of fact, I tried to look it up earlier, but I couldn't get it up. But that's it, man. That's my little stock talk, man. I'm trying to see where we at. Like I said, man, my money. I'm trying to do some things in Colombia and stuff like that. But this is stock talk. I try to do it every Thursday. I was trying to do Friday, but it's not going to run through like that. But this is this BRANJOR around the world. Most likely I'm gonna move this segment out of my BRANJOR because usually BRANJOR I do. I visit countries and do a lot of other things. So I'm gonna move this segment to his own platform. So I'm gonna have BRANJOR around the world stock talk. Yeah, I'm just gonna talk about stocks. And if you guys want like it, you listen to it because this is what I'm gonna do every week. I'm telling you what I'm doing. Next week, I really in 2 weeks I really want to get off the BioNTechs. I really want to get off the BioNTechs and not do no more BioNTech. Probably leave like 5 to 10,000 in BioNTech and start working in moving away from them because there's some awesome things coming up. Like I said, VGAC is 1208. Workhorse is 2264. If they get their merger and if they get the United States picks them, they're gonna go up to $40. SpaceX Space is there. Jamia, I had them $17. Now they're $47. That's $30 of what I made in 2.5 weeks, which I passed up on. Novavax making and Zigo, I had them at 11. Now $16.95. I think this by next week will be like at $20 and $30. The same as Zigo and Beam, which I think it's a steal. I think this one's a steal because if you're into Neo and Tesla, how you gonna get Neo and Tesla without having no battery charge? You have to have companies that are making it all because remember, the issue that China has is that there's not enough batteries or not enough station for them to sell Neos. The issue is not Neo, it's the stations. The station has to be there for you to have a Neo. So the stations are coming around and Beam is the one doing it. That's why I need to get on a 53 because that 53 is going to blow up. So these are things that I'm excited about. And let me just finish this by saying my legal disclosure, I'm not a financial advisor. The information contained in this video is for entertainment purpose only. Before investing, please consult with a licensed professional. Any stock purchase I show on this video should not be considered investment recommendation. I should not be held liable for any losses you may incur for investing and trading in the stock market in an attempt to mirror what I do. All right, I just had to put that out there. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is Stock Talk. This is something I like doing. I just like playing with money. I definitely do a couple more companies I got to investigate and read up on and see what's up. Thank you for coming. Charles Explorer, Smokey K, Big D, Jojo, what up? Charles, everybody was here, Mr. International. Thank you for coming up. It's the best to use cash AP for Robinhood. What you mean? Robinhood is a trading platform that they use. I like Robinhood for one thing, man. They give you double your margin, which is smooth, because TD Ameritrade doesn't give you double your margin based upon volatility of the stock. That's what they do. They give you 120,000, they give you 80,000, they give you 60,000. But Robinhood gives you straight up double on everything, which is pretty good. Robinhood's an easy platform to use. I like it because I like Robinhood because it's an easy platform to use. Once you have over $25,000, it becomes really fun because, boy, you start making your money real quick after $25,000. You could easily make 40, 50 Robinhood. Robinhood's a good platform to use. as a beginner's platform, that's what I find now. I am in Thinkorswim. I'm in TD Ameritrade, TD Thinkorswim. I also use Robinhood and I use Webull. I'm gonna put descriptions down there which one I use. I don't use that much Webull, but I do like I said, I like Robinhood. Cash. You could transfer cash, but in Robinhood it takes 3 to 4 days. I mean, you could get unless you're a gold member, and a gold member, they'll issue you a certain amount. They'll give you like half, and then wait 3 to 4 days. We see with Thinkorswim, I get my money right away. Let's say I need $3,000 because I'm going to DR. I could pull out $3,000 and it'll be in my bank account by that day. I mean, if I take it out at 9 o'clock, by 4 o'clock, I got it. I don't wait 3 4 days. That's one of the convenience I like about it. They have different platforms. I don't know it really well. I know I use my platform really well. So and mine's is just regular trading. So I can't tell you, Mr. International. I can't tell you. But I do like Robinhood. That's an easy platform to use. I do like Robinhood. I like Cash App too when I used it. Cash is basic. Cash App won't let you go wrong. They won't. They really won't. And that's about it, man. Hey, thank you again for coming in. I really appreciate it. Like I said, man, this is just us making money. I will increase this, and I will take a lot of these out because at the end of the day, this is my list that I have. I see what's working for me, and I see what's making money out there. And I wish I would have I would put my money, but I don't got that much money. And Zigo is a great company. VAC is gonna make you a lot of money. Workhorse is gonna double or triple pretty soon. Jamia is going to make some serious money too. Beam is on point. So those are some companies that I'm looking at. And I hope we have fun, man. We're gonna make this money. Hey, this is BRANJOR from BRANJOR Around the World. Thank you for coming. Thank you for enjoying, and thank you for showing up. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Peace.